Star Wars characters have shaped the way we view heroes, villains, and the epic battles between good and evil. But located within this grand narrative are characters whose stories spark debates, stir controversies, and ignite discussions. Despite its revered status, not every character in the Star Wars universe basks in the warm glow of universal adoration. While names like Luke Skywalker and Yoda invoke widespread admiration, there's a cohort of characters who are neck-deep in contentiousness and division. Welcome to Star Wars Deconstructed, students of the Force and acolytes of the galaxy. Whether you're a Jedi, Sith, or somewhere in between, join us as we review the top 10 most controversial characters in Star Wars, where the lines between hero and villain blur and opinions clash like lightsabers in the vast expanse of the galaxy. At number 10, it's General Hux in Sequel Trilogy. The trajectory of Hux's character arc ignited fierce debates within the fandom. Initially presented as a stark villain similar to the formidable Grand Moff Tarkin in The Force Awakens, Rian Johnson's approach in The Last Jedi injected an unexpected comedic essence into Hux, humanizing his persona. This shift in tone generated polarized reactions. By the time The Rise of Skywalker unraveled, Hux's revelation as a clandestine spy for the Resistance took many by surprise, sparking further controversy. Intended as the face of the First Order, Hux failed to captivate some fans, who perceived his presence, traits, and actions as underwhelming, deeming him as one of the weakest antagonists of the Disney trilogy. The interaction dynamics, especially between Hux and Kylo Ren, raised eyebrows, with some feeling that the spotlight on these characters overshadowed the arcs of others, causing discord among viewers. Adding to the uncertain air around General Hux is Domhnall Gleeson's ambiguity regarding the character's future. While expressing interest in revisiting the role, the actor remains unsure about the demand for a Hux-centered sequel or prequel, leaving fans hanging in anticipation and contributing to the ongoing controversy surrounding the character's trajectory. At number 9, it's Vice Admiral Amilyn Holdo in The Last Jedi. Stepping into the shoes of Supreme Commander of the Resistance after Leia's incapacitation, Holdo's leadership style and decision-making became focal points of heated debate, especially in her interactions with Poe Dameron. Holdo's choices, particularly her decision to withhold plans from Poe, incited rebellion from the hot-headed pilot. From her viewpoint, Poe's insubordination towards Leia's orders warranted a stern response, yet she refrained from punitive measures, opting instead to have him removed from the bridge. At the epicenter of contention lies the Holdo maneuver, a visually spectacular yet contentious move where she sacrifices herself by propelling into lightspeed through the First Order ship. This breathtaking act raised eyebrows among fans, questioning why such a potentially game-changing tactic hadn't been utilized earlier in the series. At number 8, it's Boba Fett in the original trilogy. Boba Fett, an enigmatic figure whose presence has loomed large in the Star Wars universe, has recently found himself at the heart of contentious discussions, particularly due to his portrayal in the Disney Plus series, The Book of Boba Fett. This series has stirred a pot of mixed reactions among both critics and fans. While some commend its efforts to expand the Star Wars lore, others voice accusations of misinterpreting Boba Fett's essence as a character. In The Book of Boba Fett, the resurrection of Boba Fett, surviving the Sarlacc pit by utilizing a stormtrooper's helmet for oxygen and deploying his wrist flamethrower, has raised skeptical eyebrows among fans, deemed by some as a far-fetched plot twist. Moreover, the series takes an intriguing turn by depicting Boba Fett as a character with shades of compassion, a departure from his former image as a ruthless bounty hunter. His relinquishment of the bounty hunter title, an act of mercy towards a Wookiee assassin, and even the enduring gesture of petting a Rancor as one would a domesticated cat have added layers to his persona, stirring both intrigue and controversy. Number 7 is Snoke in the Sequel Trilogy. Following his debut in The Force Awakens, the internet became a breeding ground for fervent theories regarding Snoke's true identity and background. Among the most prevalent was the idea that Snoke might be the legendary Darth Plagueis. Yet, despite fervent fan speculation, both actor Andy Serkis, who brings Snoke to life, and Lucasfilm's story group head Pablo Hidalgo debunked this tantalizing theory. Another compelling theory suggested Snoke's haunting appearance might be a mere holographic facade, only to be shattered by The Last Jedi, where Snoke graces the screen in the flesh, laying bare his corporal existence and dispelling the hologram notion. An enduring misconception about Snoke revolves around the idea of him being a clone. While personally created by Palpatine, Snoke's origins deviate from the typical clone narrative. He is technically a product of genetic reproduction, referred to as a strand cast rather than a straightforward clone. Number 6 is Cara Dune in The Mandalorian. Cara Dune's presence in The Mandalorian indeed resonated deeply with audiences, propelling her towards the potential of a standalone series. However, this trajectory was abruptly halted when Giancarlo Carano, the actor portraying Cara Dune, parted ways with the show midway through Season 2. Carano's exit stemmed from her engagement in controversial behavior, specifically her online promotion of far-right ideologies, conspiracy theories, and dissemination of false information. Despite warnings, she persisted in sharing these views, leading to her dismissal from The Mandalorian. The fallout from Carano's departure saw both the actor and the character she portrayed becoming emblematic of far-right sentiments. This association has transformed any mention of Carano or Cara Dune into a catalyst for heated and polarizing debates among fans and observers. The unfortunate fallout of Carano's actions has left a stark divide within the fandom, eclipsing the character's initial popularity and contributions to the show. Consequently, the mere mention of Cara Dune or Gianna Carano has become a contentious topic, igniting passionate and sometimes acrimonious discussions in various circles. At 5, we have Rey in the Sequel Trilogy. One of the primary areas of contention revolved around Rey's lineage, a narrative thread that underwent multiple shifts across the trilogy. The revelation in The Rise of Skywalker that she is related to Emperor Palpatine contradicted the previous notion established in The Last Jedi that she was of anonymous parentage. This late revelation sparked criticism, particularly as the nobody explanation had gained widespread acceptance. Criticism also surfaced regarding Rey's character development throughout her trilogy. Her occasional displays of impatience and anger, alongside a perceived inability to empathize with differing perspectives, drew scrutiny. Some viewed her as stubborn and fixated on the past, hindering her growth as a character. Rey's representation in merchandise became a point of contention as well, notably her exclusion from certain Star Wars toys. The absence of Rey in merchandise prompted the Where's Rey hashtag on Twitter, with fans voicing concern about her omission and demanding an explanation for the misrepresentation in merchandise. Sticking with the sequel trilogy, it's Kylo Ren at number 4. From the outset, there was a split among fans regarding Adam Driver's casting as Kylo Ren. Some felt that he lacked the imposing intimidation factor synonymous with Darth Vader, Kylo Ren's idol from the dark side. However, others appreciated Driver's nuanced and multi-layered portrayal, which offered a more sensitive and complex dimension to the character, adding depth to the villainous persona. Even the smallest details, such as Kylo Ren's appearance, didn't escape scrutiny. Some fans found fault with his impeccably styled hair, despite frequently wearing a helmet, deeming it unrealistic within the Star Wars universe. Another bone of contention was Kylo Ren's combat prowess. Fans questioned how a rogue stormtrooper like Finn could stand his ground in a lightsaber duel against Kylo Ren, a force-wielding individual with Jedi training. The complex relationship between Kylo Ren and Rey, dubbed Reylo, split the fan base. While some saw their connection as a means to balance the Force, others perceived it as a toxic and unhealthy dynamic, fueling debates about its implications within the narrative. Even seemingly minor details, like the placement of Kylo Ren's scar, became points of contention. Some fans noted discrepancies between the scar's location in The Force Awakens and its depiction in The Last Jedi, attributing this consistency to directorial choices made by Rian Johnson. Starting off our top 3 is Rose Tico in The Last Jedi. Rose Tico, portrayed by Kelly Marie Tran, emerged as one of the most polarizing characters in the Star Wars saga, notably in her portrayal within The Last Jedi. Her arrival in The Last Jedi triggered a significant wave of criticism, positioning Rose as a focal point for those discontented with elements of the film. This sparked a substantial backlash against both the character and the actress herself, escalating into deplorable instances of racist and misogynistic attacks directed at Kelly Marie Tran. Critics of Rose highlighted dissatisfaction with her subplot and actions, notably her decision to halt Finn from destroying the battering ram cannon on Crate. This decision became a lightning rod for controversy among fans, shaping perceptions of her role within the narrative. Number 2 will bring in Anakin Skywalker in the Prequel Trilogy. Critics often lambasted Anakin's portrayal for coming across as whiny, immature, and at times unlikable. His journey from a heroic figure to the infamous Darth Vader remains a pivotal and significant arc within the Star Wars saga, despite the criticism surrounding his demeanor. Throughout the Prequel Trilogy, Anakin's actions, if translated to real-life contexts, would be deemed as criminal. His rashness, arrogance, and repeated disregard for responsibility led to multiple infractions, including reckless behavior, weapon negligence, and defiance of direct orders. These character flaws and misdemeanors, coupled with his eventual transformation into the Sith Lord Darth Vader, ignited fervent debates among fans regarding the character's moral complexity and development. And at number 1, I'm pretty sure you all guessed this one, Jar Jar Binks in The Phantom Menace. Jar Jar Binks, introduced in Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace, indeed stands as one of the most contentious characters within the Star Wars franchise. Initially conceived to provide comic relief and appeal to a younger audience, Jar Jar Binks faced significant challenges in winning over fans. Instead of resonating positively, Jar Jar Binks encountered a resounding disconnect, failing to captivate both younger viewers and the broader Star Wars audience. Critics and viewers alike accused the character of being a racist caricature, drawing parallels between his appearance, speech patterns, and styles reminiscent of West Indies dialects. This perception led to a substantial backlash against the character, extending even to Ahmed Best, the actor behind Jar Jar Binks, resulting in intense criticism that deeply affected Best, prompting thoughts of self-harm. Adding fuel to the controversy, a theory surfaced on Reddit proposing that Jar Jar Binks was initially written as a significant antagonist, a cunning collaborator of Palpatine. However, due to the overwhelmingly negative reception, the character's potential villainous role was altered, relegating him to a less prominent position within the narrative. If you enjoyed this video, please watch the next one and subscribe to the channel.